found it, and usual, I don't know how to pause. So part 3. So combination, small intestine energy feeding into lung energy. We'll see what that connects with. Right, so once again, when we've been traumatized in the past, this is sort of linking in with our brain feeling quite criticized, and then we get paranoid about stuff. So that paranoia, it's not like being crazy, but it's like the brain just constantly being aware of everything going on around us and feeling like our brain just is never going to calm down and relax. The flower essence showing up as mustard. It's a bark flower essence. Okay. Transcend. Okay. So there's a couple of things going on here. So, okay, do I need to use the small intestine meridian? Do I need to use the lung meridian? Do I need to use another energetic system? So what do I need? Do I need a chakra? I do. So throat chakra. So it's about speaking your truth. It's about speaking your mind. It's about owning what you're thinking. Base chakra, which is about feeling safe and secure. And once again, when you're having nightmares, not a surprise. There's something about your subconscious brain that is not feeling safe and secure. Yeah, right, and we need to do some general figure 8 energies as well, just so when we're getting attacked energy-wise, sometimes negative energy is stuck in our layers of the aura, so we just need to use the figure 8s just to help to shimmy some of that energy around. Okay, so throat chakra. I take responsibility for my attitudes and now choose to kindly, gently, lovingly and supportively transform my abnormal focus on the bleakness of life and my instability into all-encompassing love. I make the commitment to kindly, gently, lovingly and supportively bring love to each experience, maintain balance in my life, and move forward in faith that every experience contains opportunities for growth. I take responsibility for my attitudes and now choose to kindly, gently, lovingly and supportively transcend my inability to understand the source of my feelings into all-encompassing love. I make the commitment to kindly, gently, lovingly and supportively bring love to each experience, maintain balance in my life, and move forward in faith that every experience contains opportunities for growth. Okay, let's see what that, I'm not sure what that's about, so we'll just sort of stack that in and see where we need to go next. Okay, so once again, adrenal survival, deep survival, hidden deep survival, celestial, now the celestial circuit. So something about that has disconnected your celestial circuit. Might be easier for me to tap into your energy and stack this one in on me. So which side? It's on the right. Okay. So it's off to the right. So once again, with nightmares and anxiety, there's like that fear that either you have to do everything, or fear that you're going to have to do something, or fear that something's going to happen to you again. It's about doing, or it's not about care. It's about the fear of something happening or the fear of having to do something. So it's maybe it's a fear of needing that masculine energy, you know, to be nice and strong, but it's like you're energetically in that masculine part, but it's creating anxiety. Okay, do we need the best technique? Okay, so what else do we need? It's not that. So, okay, so firstly we need a homeopathic. Right, so we need nerve Z. So what this is a homeopathic combination that helps to repair the nerves and release the toxins from the nerves. So I'm now 100% Luke. I'm now 100% Luke. So I'll take them on your behalf. It's just it's usually a 10-drop dose with these homeopathics particularly. Okay, is there something else we need to do? Yep. So what do we need? ESR/chakra essence. Oh, so now there's an essence. So is it a bark? Is it a bush? Box 1, box 2. Okay, so it's a Australian bush flower essence, and the essence showing up as Waratah. And Waratah is to do with when you've forgotten your survival skills. So it can lead to depression, absolutely, but it's like you forget what you know. And sometimes we forget what we know about ourselves. You know, it's like if someone says that something about us all the time and we start taking on that energy, then we can become someone different, whereas we need to go back to ourselves. Who am I? What am I? What am I doing here? What do I want to be doing? What is my goal? Where am I heading towards? So Waratah is about reigniting your survival skills and allowing you to know what you know. Okay, it's only 4 drops. So the full dose of this one for a lifetime is 7. So 4 is about halfway through your life. Or it can, of course, be big traumas more recently. We need to stack in the affirmation around Waratah, sorry. So it helps with courage, tenacity, adaptability, strong faith, and enhancement of survival skills. Okay, so I am courageous. I have tenacity and adaptability. I have strong faith in my abilities. And once again, the pain punishment circuit has just diffused all that energy, so once again it's forgotten. It's stopping you from knowing what you're knowing. Okay, so that's just reactivated another reticular activating system. So that's the little part of the brain that deals with stuff while you're sleeping, so it creates the nightmares. Yep, making you want to run away, escape, submission, freeze again. Okay, so what's next? Right, so now we need to do some integration with the brain. Okay, so trust and trust issues shuts down the corpus callosum, so the left and right sides of the brain just don't connect as well as they should. When we're getting anxiety and panic attacks, less than 30% connections are happening from left to right sides of the brain. So this one's linked in with some old frustration, which once again, because your body gate was locked into a fight before, you can imagine that it just energetically, it changes us when we're constantly having to be vigilant and stressed and traumatized. So anything you can do to relax is really powerful. Exercise, anything that makes you sweat, saunas, cold showers, the Wim Hof breathing, yoga, meditation. Okay, CC trust, Stacey. Right, so with that lack of trust, shutting down the corpus callosum, that's adding to a lack of frontal cortex activity as well. So that makes it harder to problem solve. So once again, when the survival patterns kick in, sometimes that's because we don't have enough frontal cortex activity. So that's our problem solving area. It helps to remind us of what we know. And it's when that frontal cortex shuts down, we don't have as much serotonin and dopamine and feel-good hormones. It messes with the HPA, the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis. So then it's harder to make things like oxytocin and feel-good hormones. So once again, that's where the addictions like, smoking come in, because once again, that gives us our rush of dopamine. I was listening to Jordan Peterson the other day talking about addictions, and he was saying about the very first time that there's often a first, the first drink or the first ciggy or the first whatever drug people have, or the first coffee, whatever that first time is, that gives them that rush of dopamine that for whatever reason they haven't had in their life. It's almost like that just adds to that moment of clarity that, hey, this is my addiction. And sometimes it's just the fun of being with people. It might be being addicted to having fun, or being addicted to being around like-minded people. It doesn't necessarily, it's whatever's going on in that complex at that time that adds to that dopamine and serotonin rush that we get. Let's ask around oxytocin. Yeah, so that frontal cortex isn't helping with oxytocin release. Yeah, so it's deliberately switching off the pleasure reward centers in the brain, so that once again you don't relax and be happy. The brain's trying to keep you vigilant all the time, so we're just calming that down, saying, it's okay to be happy. It's okay to be safe. We'll check dopamine as well. Yeah, so the dopamine is being shut down because your brain, once again, it wants you to run away. So if you're out of here, you can't get attacked. But once again, that can make your brain feel more doughy and not switched on, and it can mess with our memory because it can lead to the high cortisol stress hormones, and cortisol shuts down short-term memory. Once again, there's a hippocampus circuit. This one's again to do with motivation, but this is within the memory center of the brain. So the hippocampus is a memory center. So rather than being the frontal cortex and low dopamine, this is a motivation because of old memories messing with you. So it's hippocampus. And this one particularly is low dopamine, it's low motivation because of internal negativity. So it's like those stories that we tell ourselves, because everything's stories. So those stories we tell us where we're not worthy, or we're not in control, or we're not happy, or we're not healthy, or we can't do something, they're all just stories. And the more we tell ourselves these stories, the more likely we are to believe them. Kerwin Ray says, I am responsible for everything in my life. Be the person you want to be. Make the changes you want to change. One of the things he said is, once you start visualizing the person who you want to be, then start acting like that person. What would that person do? Okay, there's another reticular activating circuit. So once again, it's low serotonin. This time again, linking in with vigilance. So don't relax and be happy, keep your vigilance in your brain. So you calm that down. I'm relaxed and happy. I am safe. I am relaxed and happy. I am safe. And once again, because everything's really been these shoulders and the neck muscles, so once again, just give it a stretch. Relax it out. Okay. Now there's some integration sections showing up, so we'll sort of do those. So brokers to brokers is about the words that come out of your mouth. So they're not connecting from left to right side, so it's the words on one side and the meanings behind the words on the other side. And there's fear in relation to speaking your words. So earlier on, the throat chakra showed up, and even now I can feel my throat feeling a little challenged, even just saying that. So we'll connect the brokers to the Wernicke's. And the Wernicke's area is to do with the thoughts behind the words. And your brain doesn't want to think about the thoughts. So your brain's doing everything it can to avoid thinking about it because it's escape submission freeze. So it's like your brain doesn't want to say how you're thinking, and it doesn't want to think about how you're thinking. Next one is auditory integration points. So these are what you are saying to yourself and how it's impacting you, as well as memories of what other people have said to you and how it's impacting you, and what other people are saying to you in your life right now. So the auditory integration points are about taking in stuff that people are saying to us and what we do with that information. And it's like whatever hormones are being released in our brain controls how we're feeling about what other people say to us. So if you believe that someone is giving you a compliment, then you will release feel-good hormones. If someone gives you a compliment and you don't believe them, you don't release those hormones. In fact, you can even take that compliment, twist it around and make it out to be something negative, depending on the hormones that are running in the background. So just to finish off, I'm going to do a few little affirmations around addictions, just to help to shimmy the energy and start working about releasing the need for smoking or releasing the need for addictions in your life. And I'll just use the energy circuits that have shown up throughout the balance. I now no longer feel the need to hold on to addictions. I release all emotions and sabotages that are holding addictions in place. I am now free from all blocks and issues that have fed any addictions. It is now safe for me to be me and show my true self. I now choose to release the needs for addictions. I am free to function without addictions. I now no longer use addictions to avoid emotional issues. I release all fears and now feel safe enough to release any addictions. I safely release all past traumas, which releases the need for addictions. I safely release all past traumas, which releases the need for addictions. I safely release all past traumas, which releases the need for addictions. I now choose to overcome all issues without the support of addictions. I am happy being me. I am in control of my life. I release any and all past traumas, stopping me being me. I am happy being me. Ask that this balance integrate with calm and grace in Luke's body. This is a new program for this body now and in the future. The old program for this body is no longer necessary now in the future. Hallelujah and amen. Okay. Thanks, Luke. Talk to you soon. Take care. Have a good day.